love Wikipedia. Konbanna.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Konbanna.
It is us back again to look at more Wikipedia page infighting.
Yep, the coolest nerds you've ever seen. The most goth and emo people to walk this planet.
We're kind of involving like all of the different groups, except for jocks. No jocks allowed. Wow, so to celebrate, we're going to be reading Wikipedia Talk Pages, which you've probably heard of Wikipedia at least. Wikipedia is like a free encyclopedia on the internet where anyone can post and edit things.
Have you ever seen nerds fighting with each other?
On the Wikipedia Talk
Pages. With their words?
The passive aggressiveness, their words.
The passion? Yes, I think we'll be seeing that today.
I think so.
Yeah.
Shall we start reading? So, ranch dressing.
I can see it already. Starting strong.
Would you like to read the first one and then I'll reply to you?
Yes, let me make sure I can see this. Okay. Why not Boston?
There's even a Hooters in Boston.
Hooters?
What's Hooters?
That's where the owls go.
Oh, you go there?
No, I passed by, but I've been a bit too shy to go in myself.
I can
wait,
see.
I have been.
You have been?
I've been once in Japan.
Is it different in Japan?
I think so. I think it is actually pretty different because I was in Japan for a while and I was having American cravings.
Is Hooters the best place to get?
Yeah, I really wanted chicken wings. Like I really wanted buffalo chicken wings. And I was looking everywhere and all the chicken wings I could find were very much, made to please the Japanese palate, you could say, I had a friend that was like, you know what? Hooters has chicken wings. And I was like, do they? And she was like, yep. I found pictures online. Those look like buffalo chicken wings. And I went, well, I know where I'm going.
That's fair, honestly. I felt similarly in Japan. Do you ever think that Hooters is like the American equivalent of a maid cafe? Yeah, well, there's that one restaurant where they in America, they throw rolls at you and belittle you.
I've seen that. I've seen clips of that. You go there literally to be berated.
Yeah.
So
Which I think that also exists in Japan, right?
Oh, it must.
The tsundere maid cafe.
It must.
Well, there's also in Vegas the Heart Attack Grill where the waitresses are nurses. That's also kind of a maid cafe. They spank you if you don't finish your food.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I remember you always wanted to go to Denny's in Japan, and I did not understand at all. I was like, why? Why do you want to go to Denny's?
Denny's in Japan is nice because it's kind of familiar, but it's also Japanese. And the crazy thing is, I don't think I've ever been to Denny's in America.
That's what's confusing. It's like Denny's. Does anybody go to Denny's?
The food is not the same. It's high cholesterol, fatty. I don't know. In Japan, you get miso soup.
And a hamburger steak.
They have this one sandwich.
Go on.
I think it's cut into triangles, which I really like.
Hamburger steak. That's the only one I know.
I remember Kiara, I was gonna meet up with Kiara, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm just finishing up at Denny's real quick. And I was like, what the heck?
See, everybody wants to go to Denny's in Japan. Except me. I'm the only one who doesn't get it.
I don't know how people put in the effort to cook breakfast in the morning. That's crazy to me. People spend
all the dishes.
Yep, 30 minutes cooking breakfast. I don't know, I can't understand it. Especially if you're in a time crunch, you have somewhere to be. It's one thing if you wake up and you're chilling, you're like, you know what, I think I'll make breakfast today. But people make it before work, and I'm like, you could be sleeping.
Are you a breakfast person? Do you eat breakfast?
I like breakfast foods, but I do not eat breakfast. My eating schedule is very bad.
I also don't eat breakfast, so it's a foreign concept to me as well, cooking in the morning.
Unless I'm with family, then, because I'm not the one cooking.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody puts a plate of food in front of you at breakfast,
I wake up smelling pancakes. Oh, yes.
Oh.
I'll take one of those, yes. Even my little Eggo waffles in the freezer. I'm like, I don't want to put this in the toaster right now.
Honestly, whenever I make cookies, it's cookies for breakfast.
Yeah, Hooters, right. Okay. And we were worried that we would not fill the 2 hours. That doesn't make it part of our cuisine, or change the fact that it's unfamiliar and unsettling to natives not raised on a diet of TGI, McFunsters, Hungry Boy, deep-fried sampler with bacon bits. What a high horse this person is on.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, roll around in the dirt with us. Eat some TGI McFunsters Hungry Boy deep-fried sampler with bacon bits and ranch.
Oh my goodness, I'm very sorry. This is from 2009. You've probably become a better... I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right. This is old.
I just wanted to say 2009, this was, I think even for them, was quite pretentious. But, who am I to judge?
Is it safe to eat warm ranch dressing?
Well, that depends.
This
Santa
is all
does
it is.
not read this page.
Please do not post messages for Santa here.
Wait, how could they know that, though? This is exactly why teachers told you can't use Wikipedia, because it can, they can just be spewing lies like this.
You know, there was another one that I didn't include. NORAD Santa Tracker. It's like a Santa tracker. It's like a weather organization that releases like a where is Santa right now, like on Christmas. Yeah, this is another short one for the Deal or No Deal page.
Wait, I have a question before we start. Do you know, like, I can't remember, is it America's Got Talent or X Factor that has that one judge who's bald and I forgot his name?
Howie Mandel?
Is he the guy that's the host for this?
Wait, I don't think so.
He's also bald.
Wait, it's the same?
Is it him?
Oh!
Oh, thank goodness.
It is the same.
It's him.
Oh.
Okay. His TikTok account is crazy.
He has a TikTok?
Yes. It's kind of wild he hasn't been banned.
Makunzi, I want opportunities to play game. Deal or no deal. Thank you.
About the places to send a request.
I mean,
how'd they find this? I didn't even know the talk pages existed till you mentioned it.
yeah, I always wonder. Oh yeah, this was only a few weeks ago.
Does the show still run?
Does it? I don't know. I mean, it must, right? No, it doesn't. Oh. Did you know Bella has her own Wikipedia page?
I did not.
She does.
Does that mean that Edward and Jacob have their own too?
Edward does. I didn't check Jacob because I'm Team Edward.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry you even said his name. Bella is not Italian. That's the most I've heard you laugh.
This is just my favorite part. I don't know why. Bella is not Italian. Thank you, Twilight, for everything. Hot dog. Hot dogs are sandwiches. Hot dogs are considered a sandwich by many because of it being bread products with meat in between.
I propose that this entire section be deleted.
Yeah, this is 2024.
Oh my god.
This is also just a few months ago.
It is up to you to make the argument for why it should be removed, not anyone else to argue that something well-cited should not stay. I'm Josh. Oh, hey man, I'm Josh.
Hey man, I'm Josh. I love the casualness of their username versus how serious the other person is being.
On the matter, which makes it worth inclusion, I have reverted your removal. Please be aware of Wikipedia's edit warning policy. Hey man, I'm Josh.
Polyosi. And I have undone it again. As requested, I have justified its removal. You have not justified its inclusion. At best, it's pop culture. Edit warning policy goes both ways. If anybody is in violation, it's you by your failure to justify the relevance.
To be clear, you've removed the content 4 times, a change which has been reverted by 2 separate editors. The standards on Wikipedia involve discussion if your changes are contested, which yours were. When a change is contested, we revert to the WP status quo. Hey man, I'm Josh.
I have removed it 4 times and you have reinstated it 3. And for all I know, the other editor is just you, but not logged in. You contested it and have repeatedly removed it without explanation. You have repeatedly asked me to justify the change, and I have repeatedly done so. You have repeatedly failed to address the justification. Once again, sourced does not mean encyclopedic. The fact that you repeatedly failed to justify the inclusion of this pop culture trivia, but instead appeal to editing policy, I think says everything about the value, none, of the content you are defending. The policy you should be thinking of is WPAIV. If you like this trivia so much, go write an article about the "Is a hot dog a sandwich" meme.
I cannot see that. Oh, reliable sourcing as well as... Oh no, yes, as well. So there's no urgency or need for immediate removal, or frankly removal in general. Hey man, I'm Josh.
That's where it ended.
Oh my goodness.
I need to check to see who won in the end.
Right?
Okay, is the hot dog a sandwich still on the Wikipedia page?
Oh.
It's still there.
As
so
it should
Josh
be.
won.
I agree. If this person comes back, Josh, if you're watching this, tell them, well, Nanashi Mumei from Hololive English agrees with me, so. Yeah. Do you agree?
I agree. I mean, it's like a whole 3-paragraph section, you know? And it is well cited. It even cites the United States Supreme Court.
Click on it. I'll go. Let me... Hot dog.
Although they said a hot dog might be categorized as a sandwich.
The National Hot Dog and Sausage Council declared that a hot dog is not a sandwich in 2015. As does the host of the contest. Merriam-Webster, on the other hand, has stated that a hot dog is indeed a sandwich. Okay, here's a question. Let's say you have a hot dog bun and you put like a deli meat in it.
Well, then it's basically a sub sandwich.
Is it not?
Right? Which is a sandwich.
Let's say you cut up the hot dog and so you laid the pieces flat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you thinly slice the
Yes,
hot dog.
Yep. Oh gosh, yeah, you use a peeler and you have just long...
I don't like that.
But it would be a sandwich, no? You wouldn't call it a hot dog anymore. So isn't that...
Yeah.
Why is it... It's based on the shape of the hot dog, the form that it is in.
To me, that makes it seem like it's based on the sausage. The sausage is what makes it a hot dog. Now I'm kind of thinking a hot dog is not a sandwich.
But a burger is a sandwich.
I don't know. Whenever I've had you know, when you're struggling and all you have in the fridge is burger buns and cheese, and you make a grilled cheese with a burger bun, to me that doesn't feel good. That feels sad. That doesn't feel like...
But your emotions don't matter.
They matter.
No, you can't let your emotions...
A burger filling on regular sliced bread is equally sad, right? It's not right.
I heard the craziest thing the other day. Oh, I discovered the craziest sandwich I'd ever heard of, and it's British. It's
a toast sandwich.
I'll find it. Give me 1 second. I will find it. Because I was like, look at this. I'm so close to finding. I'm so close to finding what it's called. A crisp buddy. It's called a crisp buddy.
Oh, I've seen that one. Wait, how do you spell it?
Crisp but E.
With the T's?
No,
okay.
B-U-T-T-Y.
Wait, is this fries or chips?
They're crisps.
No, that's wrong.
Yes, when I first looked it up, I was like, oh, that's not what I saw. I saw it with like potato chips. That's disturbing.
I don't know what this is, but I don't like it. This is like what a sad vegan has to eat. Honestly, I've been there.
Okay, not vegan, but when I was vegetarian before, and I'd like go to burger places, and I'd just get a grilled cheese, but it was like what you're describing.
It was on the bun.
Yeah,
it
was
is sad, right?
Bun with melted cheese.
It's sad.
It is sad.
You have to go to Sonic to get a real good grilled cheese. When I was vegetarian, sometimes I would get a Big Mac, but without the patty, and it was honestly kind of good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they offer that. 'Cause I think I've gotten that before. Anyways, yeah, this is a crisp buddy. Also, I think it has... Oh, I just realized it probably is buddy because there's butter.
Wait,
So
is it?
it's
I thought that's just how
yeah.
you say sandwich in British.
I think it's supposed to be just butter and crisps.
Butte.
Back to... What is this? What are you showing now?
Well,
oh,
this
no.
is another cursed sandwich.
What is this?
This is what I thought you were gonna say.
Is it bread and bread? Like two...
Yeah, it's toast within untoasted bread. Prank.
Oh, so this is not the wiki page for prank. It's
no.
It's for the toast sandwich.
Sorry, this is for the toast sandwich.
Surely this is a prank and not a real thing. It needs to be deleted. Looks like they were all pranked and wrote articles around the same time based on the same source, which was a troll. No sources for anything pre-2011. Sounds like they are all the victims of an internet hoax.
I don't know why there's like the asterisk right there. It's making me nervous. Like they said something bad and
what
they
could they have
censored
said
it.
there?
Yeah. It's in Mrs. Beaton's Book of Household Management, which was written in the 1860s. You can read it yourself on Project Gutenberg and other places. If it's a hoax, it's a very deep one.
Okay, if that's true, there's more of an excuse. I will give them more of an excuse. They didn't have the internet to find yummier food.
Yeah.
When strained, it will be ready for use. Toast and water should always be made a short time before it is required to enable it to get cold. If drunk in a tepid or lukewarm state, oh, I see. It is an exceedingly disagreeable beverage.
It's a beverage?
It's
like tea.
Bread tea?
It's like bread tea. I don't know. It seems like, do you even eat the bread, or are you just making like bread infused water
bready water
to drink?
Is it like beer?
I don't know. Are you supposed to eat the toast or just the water?
And it was surprisingly good, is what they said.
What? What part was good? The water? What do you do with the bread?
I don't know.
Throw it away? Do you want your water to taste like toast?
I don't know.
Are you sure this isn't a prank?
I mean, if beans on toast doesn't warrant its own wiki page, then how does something like this?
Wait, beans on toast doesn't have its own page? But
What
this thing does?
On
There's
toast.
not. Beans on toast, but this thing has its own page. I agree with this person. How
What about
come
cheese on
toast
toast?
sandwich gets its own Wikipedia page, but not beans on toast?
That is true. Mayonnaise.
This is a quote from the article. A thick, cold, and creamy sauce. It needn't be actually cold. No one responded.
It needn't be.
I just really like the way they said it.
I do too.
I agree with them too. I think they're right. It's
Yeah,
often
it
like
doesn't-
room temperature.
Have you ever had mayonnaise with fries?
Yes.
I'm okay with mayonnaise on sandwiches, but I'm not okay with like ketchup on bread. So I don't like
agree.
I don't like ketchup on hot dogs. I don't like ketchup on burgers.
I like it on hot dogs and burgers.
But I like mustard on hot dogs.
Mustard is superior to ketchup.
I think I have mustard now, but for a while I had Dijon mustard, which I don't want to put on a burger.
Why not?
It's too strong.
No, it's fancy. Put
No, the
less.
Dijon. No, not the Dijon mustard. Just
It's
the
good.
regular yellow mustard would be good. It's good when it's mixed with other stuff.
No, it's good. It's fancy.
No, it's good for it's good for dressings, and it's good when it's too strong. You have to like add other things.
Just only put a little.
No, it's like putting
Uh-oh.
wasabi on a burger.
I would do that. That could be delicious.
I don't not to ruffle any feathers, if you even have any, but I do not care for wasabi.
I mean, I can understand that. I love wasabi though.
I'm not a fan of.
But like a fancy like wasabi mayo, that could
Nope.
be good.
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm. Nope. Wasabi aioli? Nope.
No?
No, thank you. I'll replace that. I'll substitute it if it's allowed.
That's fine. Mackerel is or mackerel are? It can't be both.
Yes, it can.
It can't be both. But it definitely can. It in fact
Impossible.
can.
I've run all the calculations.
I love Wikipedia.
I love when you find actual good stuff.
Yeah. I'd like
I
to
didn't
see it removed. I I don't find it appropriate. It could be moved to Wiktionary. I'm linking to Wiktionary. I also like how moving it to Wiktionary as if it's like such a horrible fate. Like, it is not worthy for Wikipedia. I shall banish it to Wiktionary.
You gods, that list of external links is ridiculous. I thought I trimmed it more than that.
So this implies that somebody, after he trimmed it, somebody came in and added more links. Also, thank goodness for the defenders of the toilet paper orientation Wikipedia page. What would we do without them? There is a degree of original research in that section. I raised these concerns 11 years ago! They have been editing the toilet paper article for 11 years? 11 years? Oh my goodness.
Wow.
This is dedication.
I really love it. I mean, can you imagine if, like, you know, a family member comes over and they see no toilet paper in your house and they'll be confused? And
That would be bad, yeah.
Yeah. It's all for show. We're like the Colons.
Oh my gosh, yeah, with their like beds for show, and the kitchen, the food.
The kitchen, yeah. Oh, we're awesome.
We are awesome. we have this.
We're not going to finish this.
No, I think we'll finish it.
This is so long.
I think we'll finish it.
I would assume squash is the food first.
I agree with you 100%.
Okay.
Yes.
I think we mostly agree.
I agree with Grutness on his/her edit on January 5th, 2009. This is also old. Talk squash to talk squash disambiguation. Preparing to move the sport here. 49 of the top 50 Google hits, and most of the incoming links are to the sport.
Oppose. I made them.
So dramatic, like a supervillain revealing themselves.
Oh my goodness.
With do. Oh my gosh. All this to take parentheses sport out of the page. In Ontario, London almost always refers to the local city. It doesn't mean that where there is no given context, one meaning isn't the most prevalent. Or no one has ever said that the use of the term for a vegetable is in any way obscure, just that it is a far less common usage than for the sport. As I point out above, squash is the national sport of the second most heavily populated country on the planet and is played worldwide. Squash, the vegetable, is largely unknown. Excuse me? Outside a continent which in total has a population less than half that of that one country. I repeat, the title squash undisambiguated is far better used for the sport, and I would strongly recommend that it be used for such.
Can you believe the way I found this one was by looking up a random food generator and squash being one of the
Squash is so you looked up the food, not even the sport. It's another.
Exactly. Oh my god.
As like a squash the vegetable fan, like squashes are one of my favorite vegetables. They're so good.
They are. I love squash.
So this is getting me heated right now. This squash slander. For the vast majority of people, squash is primarily the sport. For a sizable minority, it is primarily a vegetable, but only for a minority.
Should we keep going?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, also, I'm pretty sure that cricket is the national sport of India.
Is squash the national sport? It's true. Cricket? You seem to have the wrong idea about the way this has been moved. Yes, butternut squash is the name of a vegetable, but as you say yourself, you wouldn't use the term squash on its own to describe it, unlike, say, a Brussels sprout being simply called a sprout. Huh? They're saying that's unlike butternut squash? Are they saying they would call a Brussels sprout a sprout because sprouts are so different from Brussels sprouts? You'd use butternut squash, so I don't really see that you would be able to claim that you'd be likely to expect squash to be another vegetable rather than the sport any more than you'd expect cucumber to be about the marine creature, the sea cucumber. As to Google image search, that's very rarely used to determine relative G-hits, especially for words with different meanings in the US relative to the rest. Wasn't he using that in his first argument? Since it is weighted heavily towards US images, as such it's likely to produce fairly heavy, biased results.
Squash, fruits, and vegetables are unknown to Asians and Africans. It is also almost unheard of in
Is that true?
They have squash in Asia?
Yeah,
what?
don't they?
They have squash in Africa.
What about kabocha squash?
What? This sounds like something like a middle schooler or a high schooler would like be arguing, like in a class assignment. Like this is what they would use. Being the national sport and in and of itself doesn't make it the main reason for the sport to be at squash. What makes that the logical choice is that for over 1 billion people on the planet, squash automatically means the sport, compared to fewer than 500 million.
How did they determine this?
Like the populations of like North America.
Yeah.
Move on to the last one.
Wait, there's more? This isn't the last one? Oh, that was the last one. Wait, there's one more? Oh my gosh, you're right. There is more.
As I say above, it's really not very important. Shouldn't have changed, but why mess around changing it back? People type squash, they get a list of options, chose the one they want. Bob Trump.
This might be the most reasonable person so far. From Pretty Green.
Is that you?
That might be my Wikipedia account. In 2009, talking about squash.